Okay, so in this section, I am going to show you how you can actually start adding some of the documents that you would see on your Schoology page. Okay, as you can see, all the class or the class itself can have a whole bunch of different documents inside of it so that you can actually give it or send it out to the students. So I'm going to show you how to upload some of the files to the folders that we have created in the earlier lessons. Okay, so now we're going to add some actual assignments to some of the folders. I'm going to concentrate on the grammar section first, and I'm just going to add some files that I have already made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the grammars folder. Then, as you can see, I already made some of the stuff on there, the assignments that I had to do before. This is the discussion area where I ask students to comment on. But now I'm actually going to create another folder inside here, and then I'm going to name it work, just something simple. And then I'm going to say that this is where the students can find their handouts, and just keep it simple. Again, we can do the dates, when you want it to appear, when you want it to end. If you leave it blank, then it will just go with today's date. Okay, and you can say whether it's visible, whether you want to hide it and then add stuff to it and make it visible on a certain day when you want it to start. And then again, date range, which is the same thing as up here. So I'm just going to make it visible. I'm going to say create. All right, and then you'll see down here below Schoology work page 1, I put work folder. Now, I'm going to go back up here, and then I'm going to say that I'm going to add a file. Okay, this is where you're going to be able to add files, links, external tools, which is something that we're not going to get into. That's a little bit more advanced. So later on, once I get into more advanced topics, I will post information on how to do that. So now I'm going to go into a file, and the files can be videos, can be PDFs, can be Word documents, can be whatever it is, Excel documents, whatever it is that you want to put on there for the students to access. All you have to do is attach it. So now I'm going to go attach file. I'm going to find that file, and I'm going to look on my desktop because that's where I have most of my stuff, class stuff. I'm going to just add some stuff from this folder, and then here I have this one. It's a PDF. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to say add. Here on this one, where you click where it says copy to course, you can actually add it to more than one class. So if you're going to add it to this folder, but then you have other classes that have the same folder, you can actually do that. If I click on this, it will create a list of all the different classes that I have. And then let's say I want to put it into Spanish 466 Block 3B. I click on here. And then if I just want it to be put into the main page and not any other folders, I just click add. If I want to go into one of the folders that is found in Spanish 466, I click on the folder, and then as you can see, this is my directory of all the different folders or where they're at in the Spanish 466 page. Okay, so obviously I don't want to copy it, and I am going to just say add. This one right here, again, it'll show you if it's visible to the students. This one is obviously something that's more advanced, so we'll wait for that until later on. So I'm going to click add. And again, now you will see it. You will see the PDF file right here. It says PDF, aquí admiramos presentación. Okay, so now let's say that I want to actually put it into that folder. So I'm going to go click on edit. Okay, and I'm going to tell it I want to move it. Okay, and then I'm going to move it within the grammar folder. I'm going to move it into the work folder, and then I'm going to say move. Okay, now if I click in the work folder, you guys will see that the file is there. Okay, so now to make it easier, you can just go into that folder that you want to add the stuff to, and then just click add. Now I'm going to add one more file to it. Okay, so now we are going to add another kind of file. We're going to add a movie file. Okay, and then I'm going to continue. I'm going to click again on file, and then I'm going to click attach, Now you have to look at the files which are MP4s, MP4 videos, and you'll see at the right hand side the type. It'll tell you what they are. So I'm going to add one that is pretty small. I can always delete it, so I'm going to add this one. It can be only up to 512 megabytes of size that you can actually upload to it. So right now I'm uploading this video for the students to view, and the nice thing about it is that once you upload it this way and it's MP4, then they'll be able to watch it on their iPad. A lot of the times there are some websites that use Flash. Flash video embedded files cannot be displayed on the iPad, but if you do it this way, then any file that you have and you have created into an MP4 file format, you'll be able to see it whenever and wherever. So they can actually download it at school, and then they can take it home and watch it, and then once they're done with it, they can actually delete it. So we're almost done uploading it, and there it is. Okay, so now I can also copy it to other classes if I'd like to, or I can just leave it here. I'm just going to say add. Alright, so there's my video. If I click on it, you will see that there's the video, and it will play with sound and everything else like that.
In this video lesson, we'll be talking about the verb eve, to go. This verb is irregular, which means that it is not changed.
Alright, so now I can actually also go into the PDF itself, and voila, there it is in front of them, so they can actually follow along with you. And now you can actually use the Nearpod app as well to shoot off some of these things, so they can stay with you, and then you can just upload the actual notes onto the work folder or the grammar folder or whatever you want to call it, and then they'll have it there and stuff. Okay, so there we have that. Now I'm going to add a link. Okay, so that's the other thing. So I'm going to go here. I now am going to tell that I want to add a link. Okay, so the URL can be anything. So I'm just going to go with http://www.hhs.d211.org. Then I'm going to tell the title. It's going to be Hoffman Estates High School. And then I am just going to, again, I am going to copy it to another class, or I'm going to click add. Once I add it, I have it right there. Okay, so these are files. So again, you have add files, the file option, any file that you want to add, links. These are if you want to have direct links to other websites from that folder. Okay, and then you also have some of the other things on here that we showed before. Adding an assignment, that's where they actually submit stuff to that particular folder from Notability and stuff. Add a discussion. This could be something that you keep on adding onto a class. Every class we usually have a current events where we find a current event, post it on there. The students have to read it, and then they have to post a reply to what it is. Then they have to wait until somebody else replies, and then they comment to that discussion. And we just follow along, keep on going, and we have a good discussion about the article itself. Adding a page or a text block, this is just basically, as it says, adding a page to this folder where they can go in there. You can put all sorts of other stuff in there. It can be a handout or a web page. Think about it as a web page, okay? Adding media, this could be any pictures from the class that you want to do or anything else like that, okay? So that's basically the most important stuff that you need to know in order to add stuff to your folder or to your class folder. That is the key, adding to your class folder.